In this video, I will give you a full tutorial on leverage trading on the platform Bitunix. If you want to get the best sign-up bonus possible on Bitunix, you simply have to go down to the first link in the video description. You will get to exactly this page right here, and you can get up to $5,500 of welcome bonuses. To create your account, you simply have to enter your email address right here and set a password, or use one of these options, and then you're ready to go. Once you have created an account and you log in for the first time, you can immediately go up here to the welcome bonuses. Right after the sign up, you can pick up right here your first bonus. Then after you've deposited and made your first trade, again 2 new bonuses. Also, you can open a mystery box right here. The more you then trade over time, the higher of a bonus you can get right here. And down below at the bottom, you can also see, depending on how much you deposit over time, you can get an additional bonus which gets up to $5,000. Bitunix is a KYC free platform, so you can start right away without any ID verification. To deposit money, we have 2 options, either with crypto or with fiat. First, let me show you how you can deposit money with crypto. You simply go up here to the wallet symbol and then click on deposit. Then right here, select the coin you want to deposit, for example, Bitcoin, Ethereum. In my case, I'm going to choose USDT. Then down here for the network, select whichever one you want. In my case, I like to use the Tron network, for example. And then down here, you will be presented with your personal deposit address, which you can now copy to your clipboard right here and then send to crypto to this address. It should arrive within a few minutes. If you're doing this for the first time or want to send larger amounts, I recommend you to first send a small amount, and then once you have received it, send the remaining amount in a second transaction. So you can easily send money from your own wallet or another exchange in any cryptocurrency to here. The second option would be to deposit with fiat. So if you don't have any crypto yet, or you just want to deposit directly with euro, US dollar, British pound, whichever fiat currency you own, there's also an option for that. And you can get there by going up here to buy crypto and then click on third party. Here on the right, choose the fiat currency you want to deposit. In my case, I will just choose the euro right here, then type in how much. In my case, I'm going to start with 1,000 euro. Then down here, choose the cryptocurrency you want to receive. I highly recommend you to choose USDT right here, because eventually we need the money in USDT right here to trade with it. Next up, we need to choose the payment method right here. So you can choose your Visa, MasterCard, Apple Pay, Google Pay, or even a normal SEPA bank transfer right here. Once you've chosen the payment method, down here you will see different third-party services that offer that payment method. Up here you will see the one with the lowest fees, so you can choose that. You can see how much USDT you will receive, and then just simply click on buy, and you will be redirected to this third-party provider. And what it will do, it will buy the cryptocurrency with your fiat currency for you, and then automatically send it to your Bitunix account right here. So that's how this service right here works. Once you've made any deposit, you can always check if the money has already arrived by simply going up here to your wallet symbol and then click on spot account. Here you can see an overview of all of your balances on your Bitunix account. So you should see all of your deposited funds right here. Next up, we need to make sure that we have the money in USDT to trade with it. So if you have, for example, Bitcoin or Ethereum deposited, we first need to convert that to USDT. And we can do that by simply going up here to spot. Then right here, choose the cryptocurrency you have deposited. For example, if you have deposited Bitcoin or Ethereum, choose the trading pair right here. Then scroll down here, choose market order to execute the sell immediately. You will see the balance right here of that particular coin and your USDT balance right here. Simply type in the amount you want to sell right here, or use the slide controller and just, for example, put it to 100%. Then click on sell BTC right here, and then your BTC amount right here will be sold and converted into USDT right here, and that's where we need it. Once you have converted your crypto into USDT, we can then just go up here back to our wallet, go to spot account, and then we have it here in USDT. Now, if you want to trade with it, we need to transfer it from our spot account to our futures account right here. And to do that, we simply go up here to transfer, choose from spot account to futures account, type in the amount down here, or simply click on all, and then just click on submit. Then your money will be transferred. You can see in our spot account, none is left. And if you go to your futures account, we can now see the balance right here, and we can now trade with that money here. Now we can get started with the trading. To get to the trading platform, we simply go up here and click on futures, and then we will get right here to the futures platform. Let me quickly show you everything that we can see right here. First of all, you can choose up here the trading pair that you want to trade. So you can trade any of these different coins on here. As you can see, Bitunix offers many different cryptocurrencies that you can trade. You can also search for one. In my case, I'm just going to stick with Bitcoin for now. Down below right here, you will see the price chart. This is just a cutout from TradingView if you're familiar with that. So you can easily do some drawings into the chart right here, move around, and also choose the different time frames up here. Right next to it, you can see the order book with all the selling orders and the buying orders in the market currently. At the bottom, you will see your open positions, which we will see in just a bit when we open our first position, as well as your open orders, such as take profit and stop loss, or your history. On the right side, if you scroll down a little bit, you will see some information about your funds that you have in your futures account. And if we scroll up a bit, this right here is where we can control of our trades. So where we can open and close trades, choose the order type, set the position size, take profit, stop loss, everything to control our trades. So let's open our first long trade. You simply have to go here to the right choose the margin mode and choose isolated. In my case, I definitely recommend you to choose isolated. Next, you can also choose the leverage. In my case, I'm just going to start off with the 5x leverage for now and click on confirm. Now we can choose the order type. We can choose between a limit and a market order. In a limit order, you could set a certain price at which you want your position to be open. For example, if I set this to $92,000, then I would just place a limit order in here, and only if the price goes down and reaches that price right here, then my position would be opened. But what I can also do, and what I would also recommend you, is just a simple market order, because a market order is executed immediately at the current market price. Next up, I can choose the position size. I recommend you to click on here and set this to USDT nominal value. You can also choose BTC, then you would type in the amount in Bitcoin. I personally like it more in USDT, or also USDT by cost value. Cost value would mean how much you're using of your own money, but I would recommend you to choose this to nominal value, so it means the entire position size, because your cost value, you will also be able to simply see it down here under cost. So let's give you an example. If I type in $500, this means I want to open an entire position size of $500. Down here, you can see I'm using $100 of my own money. Up here, I can see I have $130 available. So this $100 that I'm using of my own money in this trade times the 5x leverage will equal the entire position size of $500. So that's how this calculation of my own money times the leverage that I set up in here equals the entire position size. Next up, I could also choose a take profit or stop loss if I want to do that, but I can also do that later on. I will show you in just a bit. And then to open my long trade, I simply have to click right here on open long, and then I will be already in my position. You can see it immediately in the chart right here. This is where we entered, and the 0.0048 means this position size, but in Bitcoin. So if you scroll down a little bit in here, you will also see your open position in here, 0.0048 BTC. Equals round about 460 USDT. It's not exactly the $500 which we set up here in the beginning, because we're using right here very small numbers, and it needs to be rounded to an even BTC number, 4 digits after the decimal point, and that's why this number right here can sometimes be a little bit smaller if you're using small numbers. Of course, this also goes for your margin. This right here is our own capital in this trade. You remember we set that up right here under cost to $100. Now, of course, because it's rounded, it's also a little bit smaller and sits at $92. The other things that are important, which we can see right here, is our entry price, where we entered our position, and also the liquidation price. The liquidation price is important if you don't have a stop loss, which we currently don't have, but we will do in just a bit. But if you zoom out a little bit, you can also see it here in the chart. This is our liquidation price. So if the price would go down this much, down to $77,000, then this trade right here would be closed automatically by the platform, which is also called liquidated. And we would lose our entire margin in this trade, which is our own capital right in here. You cannot lose more than that. This is the most that you could use in this trade. And we would lose that margin right here at this liquidation price. Of course, we can prevent that from happening by placing a take profit and stop loss, which we will do in just a bit. First, let me also show you this unrealized P&L and realized P&L in here. Unrealized P&L right here is the open profit and loss, which will move with the price going up or down. Currently, the price has gone down a little bit since we opened the position, so that's why we are like 4 cents in a loss. And also down here, you will see your realized P&L. So if you're taking partial profits of your position, closing some parts, then you will see them right here. At the beginning, there's always a very small loss in here because of the order fees that you need to pay when opening the position. All right, so let's look more into the take profit and stop loss, but just zooming in a little bit in here. And to place a take profit or stop loss, we have multiple options. Either you can just click on here and place them that way. You could either type in the price right here, for example, $108,000. You will see I will make $55 of profit in here. And same goes for my stop loss. Let's say I want to place it at $92,000. I will make $21 of a loss. Or you can also type it in right here. So let's say I want to make exactly $70 of profit. You will see the prices automatically calculated, and I can place them that way too. If I click on confirm it again, you will see now I have them placed. Up here is my take profit, and down here is my stop loss. If I want to edit them, I can just drag and hold them to new positions. And if I move my mouse over it, you will also see, okay, now I'm making $54 of profit, for example, in this case. Another even faster way to place them, you can cancel them right here, is to just drag and hold over TP. You will see how much profit you would make at those prices. And then if you just release it, you can place your TP that way too. Same goes for your stop loss. Let's put it to minus $18. Release it right here, and you can place it that way too. If you want to add them, again, just drag and hold them in here in the chart. Or also if you go under open orders, TPSL, you will see them in here too. You can cancel them or modify all those numbers again that we've seen already in the beginning. All right, so that's it for the normal TP and SL. Let's cancel them. And let me also show you another stop loss, which is a so-called trading stop. if you go down here and click on TPSL again, but instead choose trading TPSL, let's leave activation price empty to activate it immediately, and down here enter a retracement rate. Let's put it to 5% and choose the 100%. Also this 100%, by the way, you could also choose for your partial TPSL if you want to close only parts of it and place multiple ones, that's also possible. But in this case, for the trading stop as well, let's just put it to 100%, click on confirm, confirm it again, and now we've placed a so-called trading stop down here. So what's the difference? If you would have a normal stop loss, it would stay exactly at the same time all the time. Whatever the price would make at any time, if this price is hit, our stop loss would be triggered. But now we have a trading stop and we set it to 5%, so it's placed exactly 5% under the current price for a long position. And if the price would move up, this trading stop would continue to move up along with the price to always keep a distance of the 5% we set up at the beginning. If then the price at any time would crash, for example at night when we are not there to react to it, then of course the trading stop would be staying at the same price. It wouldn't make sense if it would go down because then it would be never reached, but it only moves along if the price goes in the right direction, so up for the long position. And then if the price crashes at any time, then our trading stop would be at the same price and we would be stopped out in here in this case because the trading stop has moved up along with the price. A normal stop loss would have just stayed at the same time and we would only be stopped out down here with a small loss. With the trading stop, we would still make a profit because it's above our entry price. So that's the difference between a trading stop and a stop loss. A very useful feature, especially if you're having open positions for longer times when you cannot be there to monitor the trade. Right, to cancel the trading stop, just click on the X right here and you can place at any time a new one if you want to do so. Next up, I also want to show you how you can increase the position size. So as you can see, currently we are at $460 of a position size. If you want to increase that number, you simply have to enter new trades right here on the right side. This won't open a separate new trade, but instead just add the amount to the existing trade. So if we just choose open market and let's put this to 100%, for example, which will be using $36 of our own money times 5, $180 of position size, just click on open long. Now this amount right here is added onto our existing trade and we've bumped this up now to $630. So that's a very simple way to increase your position size. Of course, you can only do that as long as you have more available capital. As you can see now, I only have $2, so I cannot put any more money into this trade. But what I could do is first increase the leverage. So that's another option that you could do. This leverage right here, which we set up at the beginning, the 5x leverage, is not set in stone forever, but we can edit them later on too. So what I could do is just go in here, edit the leverage. Let's put it up to a 7x leverage, click on confirm. And now we've changed that leverage up. Nothing really else has changed. The position size is still the same. Our margin is still the same. But what we can now do is click on margin and take some margin out. So we can click on reduce margin and we can take up to $35 out of it. So let's type in right here, $35. Click on confirm. As you will notice, this will increase our liquidation price a little bit, but let's just click on confirm for now. And you will see all the other metrics stay the same. But what we've done, because we increased the leverage, it's possible for us to decrease our margin to still keep up the same position size. So what we did is we pulled some margin out right here, which is now available. And with this available margin, we could now further increase the position size by, for example, going in here, put this to 100% again, and add another $250 onto this trade. Just click on open long. And you will see now we've increased it to $875. Of course, this compounding and increasing the leverage and position size doesn't really make sense when you just opened your trade. But let's assume you are already a little bit in profit. You put your stop loss into the profit so you don't have any more risk, and then increase the position size, increase the leverage, and you can use that step by step to even further increase your profits along the way. Let's now look into the opposite. How can you decrease the position size? Well, that simply works by just going here to close, market, and then closing parts of your trade. For example, you can type in the amount right here. Let's say I want to close $160. I can just click on close long and you will see now I've decreased my position size to $730, or I could also do it by a percentage. Let's say I put this right here to $250, for example, click on close long. Now I can also further decrease my position size that way. So by simply closing parts of your trade, you will decrease your position size. If you want to decrease your leverage, that's also possible by just clicking here on edit. And then let's say we want to put it back to 5x. just click on confirm, and now we've decreased our leverage again. Of course, the liquidation price is also now moved down again, and that is also possible. Decreasing the leverage only works if you have enough available capital, because of course, if you want to decrease your multiplier right here and the result needs to stay the same, it needs to increase the margin. So this only works as long as you have enough available capital. Let's make an extreme example. Let's say I want to decrease this leverage to a 2x leverage. This means to keep up the same position size of $480. I would need a margin right here, of course, half of this, $240, because the 240 times 2 then will still equal the $480. So if I need $240 in here, I basically need an additional $140 available in here as capital, which I don't have. So if I try to decrease this right here to a 2x leverage, you will see if I click on confirm, this doesn't work and it tells me insufficient balance. I don't have enough capital available in here. So if you run into this problem, you cannot decrease your leverage because you don't have enough capital left. You basically have two options. Either you need to deposit more money into here so you have enough available capital that can be pulled as margin to decrease the leverage. Or the second option would be to first decrease your position size by closing parts of it so that it's now easier to have enough margin left with a smaller leverage. So I can show you an example. In this case, I'm just going to close, let's say, another $280 of this existing trade. Let's click on close long. Now I've put this down to 220, which means I need $110 of margin to keep up with the 2x, this $220 position size. So now that's possible. I have $44 currently in margin. I have $80 left. That works. So now if I go in here and put this to a 2x, click on confirm, you will see now it works without any problems. I now have the $110 right here. It pulled the remaining amount that was necessary. And now the 110 times 2 will equal to 220, and now that way it's possible. If you want to close a trade entirely, that's also of course possible by either putting this to 100% and clicking on close long here, or you can also just go in here, click on market, as quantity choose 100%, which will be the 0.0023 Bitcoin right here, and then just click on close and you can close your entire trade that way. Now let me quickly also show you how a short trade works. It's pretty simple. Let's put this leverage up to a 5x again and choose open, market. Let's just go for 100%, so $600, and then simply down here choose open short instead. And now we are in a short position. You can see it by this red indicator, and also down here that is a short trade. So now we are making a profit if the price goes down and a loss if the price goes up. This also of course means that our liquidation price is up here, and to place your stop loss, just drag it up. You will see your loss. Let's put this to $20 of a loss up here. And might take profit to, let's say, $50. So we would make our profit if the price goes down to here, and our loss if the price goes here to the stop loss. Increasing your position works the same by just opening new short positions, which will then be added to this existing short trade right here, or also closing parts, editing the leverage in here. This pretty much works all the same. Basically, the only real difference is that we're making profit if the price goes down and loss if the price goes up. So let's finish it up by also closing this trade. By the way, there's also this button right here, flash close, or if you click on this little X right here, that also means flash close, then you can just close your entire trade with just one click. So let me also show you that. Confirm it, and then you're out of your short trade as well. Finally, I also quickly want to mention the trading fees on the platform. You will see them down here. We basically have two different fees, a maker fee and a taker fee. The maker fee you will always pay when using a limit order, and the taker fee when you're using a market order, and they sit at 0.02% and 0.06%, and will always be calculated on the position size when opening and closing a position. If you move your mouse over to here, you can also see you have different VIP tiers, and if you click on details right here, you can also see the more you trade over time or the higher your balance is on your account, the lower your fees will get right here. So you basically start off with this first VIP 0 tier, and then the higher your balance in USDT on your account is, or the more you have traded in the last 30 days, the lower your fees will get over time, which makes it even better. Here you can also see a small comparison between those trading fees. You can see Bitunix pretty much sits right here in the middle with 0.02 and 0.06%. And as we know, of course, the fees can get even better the more you trade and have deposited on your account. I can definitely tell you that those fees are pretty low. If you think about how much percent the Bitcoin price can go up or down within just one day, those 0.02% or 0.06% don't really make up anything compared to your profits or losses you will make with those trades. Don't forget to pick up your special sign-up bonus with up to $5,500 of welcome bonuses by simply using the first link down from the video description. And if you have any other questions, always feel free to ask them in the comments.